Tonight on DC News Now, neighbors in Maryland describing a living nightmare.
We've woken up, seen rats literally on the toaster, on the floor.
They say their pest problem is so severe, rats are rampant in their Silver Spring apartments.
Now we're tracking those soggy conditions continuing to stick around overnight tonight, but drier conditions for your Wednesday. All latest details coming up.
A car crashes right through the front of a Maryland restaurant.
I mean, it's terrible. I mean, the whole store is ruined.
The damage in Lanham as cleanup begins.
A community coming together ahead of Thanksgiving.
It's beautiful because you get to meet different people.
The free Friendsgiving in the district focused on building new relationships.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Trent. Let's talk about the wet and soggy night out there. Let's take a live look at the DMV right now. And you can see Roslyn, Virginia on the left side of your screen with the raindrops on our camera lens. And then the radar with plenty of green just moving on over.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Jackie Lair here. And what it doesn't show, Jackie, is the cold weather coming through as well.
Exactly. I mean, we have those temperatures out there right now, upper 30s to lower 40s. That's quite a cold rain as we're stepping out right now. Yeah, so as we look ahead towards early tomorrow morning, though, this should be out of here, and we'll gradually see some drier conditions tomorrow. But out there right now, that rain continuing to fill in. I mean, we have this first batch pushing through. Then we have some drier conditions back out towards the west before that next batch will slide on through over the next several hours. So zooming on in, we do have some of that wet weather right around the Beltway, even into northern Virginia, some lighter rain showers. But then farther south and east down across parts of southern Maryland, that's where you have some heavier batches of rain. Farther off towards the north, some lighter rain showers right around Hagerstown. A little bit heavier farther out towards the west, but we could see a little bit of that wintry mix mixing in farther out towards the Cumberland area. But across southern Maryland, we do have some steadier rain just south of North Beach, and that will continue to slide its way over the water there. But visibility has been varying for parts of the area, down about 5 miles of visibility out towards Winchester. Likely going to be dealing with some patchy dense fog into tomorrow morning's commute as well. So more details on that. Also look ahead towards the rest of that work week forecast coming up.
Jackie, thank you. Now to some families in Maryland living in a rodent-infested nightmare. They describe rats and roaches just crawling across their floors. There's a cat looking at one there in their walls, damaging their homes at this apartment complex in Montgomery County.
Yeah, we first learned about their stories when one woman shared her videos on TikTok. She says her apartment is full of rodents running rampant. DC News Now's Ben Dennis joining us live tonight in Silver Spring.
And Ben, 4 people there at that complex so eager to share their horror stories with you. Is there anyone out there able to help?
Well, right now that question remains unanswered right now. They want some issues resolved by property management, in some cases long term. Here at the Arrive Silver Spring Apartments, they allege that they're living in cases involving pests, bugs in their kitchens, and they say rats in the walls. While some residents say they have not faced any issues largely, others say they want to be comfortable in their own home.
We've woken up, seen rats literally on the toaster.
From rodents to roaches.
They don't take it like serious. They don't take it serious.
4 residents of the Arrive Silver Spring Apartments along Georgia Avenue say that they've reported months worth of health concerns to management to no avail.
I literally lost all my furnitures at this point. We have roaches in the freezer. Literally in the food, like whenever you be cooking, the roaches would just come in the food. It was that bad.
Bugs right next to your bacon.
Yeah.
I like to home cook, it saves you money. And then once I'm almost done cooking, I see a roach and I'm just like, I lost my appetite. I've lost a lot of weight because there's so many rodents in this building.
Stephanie Lawton says she's lived in the building for over a decade. As of late, she says cockroaches and rats have taken space in her unit.
I have rats in my apartment.
Rats so big you said your cats are afraid of them.
Yeah, my cats are about 17 pounds each, and my cats wouldn't go near this one rat.
These tenants told me their concerns after a series of TikTok videos went viral where a self-identified tenant and young mother documented rodents climbing a kitchen cabinet and a bag full of the pests.
Were you kept up at night because of the rats through the wall?
Yeah.
You went to a hotel?
Yeah, I went to a hotel to sleep because I couldn't at my home place.
Their concerns are the latest maintenance allegations here after a deadly fire in 2023 when 25-year-old Melanie Diaz was found dead with her dogs inside the fire escape stairwell.
While some residents said they don't currently see issues, the feeling is not unanimous.
None of us feel like you're taking us seriously at all, and it's a horrifying situation.
I did reach out to the property management team here at Arrive Silver Spring, as well as county health officials, to see if they have been made aware of some of these allegations and are looking into them. We await a response on both fronts. Stay with us as this story certainly develops on air and online, but for now, we are live in Silver Spring, Maryland. Ben Dennis, back to you.
All right, Ben. Meanwhile, all new tonight, the Senate agreeing to pass a bill forcing the release of the Epstein files. Swift action coming just hours after the House voted nearly unanimously to pass it. Only one House member, Louisiana Representative Clay Higgins, voted against the measure. The decisive bipartisan passage showing the mounting pressure for the release of those files. It will soon be in the president's hands to sign. And with near unanimous approval, Congress will be able to override a veto. Political analyst Rich Marr telling us this is a shift in how Congress and the president have worked together previously.
So it's very, I don't want to say it's unprecedented, certainly, but it's very unusual for Republicans to break with Donald Trump. I mean, it's clearly not what he wanted to happen and not what the Republican leadership wanted to happen. So I think the Republican Party leaders and Donald Trump have had to really shift course here at the 11th hour.
Marr also saying it's hard to say how this could play out in next year's midterm elections, but he says releasing the files now instead of next year may actually help Republicans in November. We'll have much more on what happens next with this bill coming up in our next half hour.
New tonight in Northern Virginia, a man is accused of driving into an officer in Woodbridge. Take a look at these photos of the car in question here and the suspect police are looking for. Investigators are saying the officers were in the middle of a traffic stop there on the Richmond Highway yesterday. When they walked up to the car, the driver backed up into another car, hitting an officer and then driving off. The officer will be okay, and police are still searching for that suspect. And staying in Northern Virginia, police arresting a volleyball coach accused of sexually assaulting a young athlete. Investigators saying that Richard Hill worked as an assistant coach at the Manassas Volleyball Club, where they say he inappropriately touched the child and also had compromising photos. The 33-year-old is now facing a whole list of charges, and he's out on $10,000 bond.
All new tonight in Maryland, 3 people injured when a car crashes into a restaurant in Lanham. DC News Now's Tim Reed takes us inside to show us that damage.
This is where the car crashed into this restaurant here in Lanham, Maryland, around 12:30 Tuesday. It's located in a busy shopping center. I spoke to several shoppers who tell us they are shocked about what happened and are praying for the victims hurt.
I can't even imagine how frightening that was. I pray that everybody recovers and that the owner of the restaurant, is able to repair all the damages.
The restaurant floor covered in shattered glass and tables and chairs knocked down. One person was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. 2 others were taken for evaluation.
I feel bad for the employees because they're probably going to be out of work for a little while until they get the structure fit. I don't know if it's structurally damaged or not, but again, I feel sorry for everybody involved. And
by the time we arrived on scene, the vehicle involved had already been removed and all 3 victims taken to the hospital for treatment. Shoppers tell us they are praying for everyone involved.
Whoever got hurt, that their family is okay, and that the family should see about them or what hospital they at. And I know that hurts no matter what when your family get hurt.
No details yet as to why that driver crashed into the building. We spoke to the building's owner, but she did not want to talk on camera. This case is under investigation. In Lanham, Maryland, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
There are more resources being made available for survivors of domestic violence in Maryland. Prince George's County is creating a group focused on supporting survivors and reducing the risks. The council members approving a plan to create the team that will study and review response practices, identify gaps in services, and develop some strategies to improve prevention. County leaders saying that the need is urgent, with nearly 20% of all homicides this year alone, they were tied to domestic violence.
But there hasn't been a strategy when it comes to housing, when it comes to resources, when it comes to wraparound services, when it comes to even a curation of all the nonprofits that are doing work in the domestic violence space.
This work group, I believe, is an opportunity to really look at this issue, to delve into it much more deeply.
The group is expected to deliver its findings and recommendations to the council in a year.
All right, check this out. A Washington Capitals Stanley Cup champ helping celebrate a new ball hockey rink at an elementary school in Southeast D.C. Slapshot kicking off the unveiling, and Devontae Smith-Pelly then helping cut the ribbon there at Watkins Elementary. This project, part of Monumental's District of Play initiative. In the past year, Monumental has invested more than $1 million in building and refurbishing courts, playgrounds, and rinks like this one all across the district. Well, Reagan National getting into the holiday spirit. Check this out. Sharing this picture showing staff has already put up the airport's Christmas tree, and what a good looking tree there.
More merriment over at Union Station. Workers putting up the giant wreaths over the main entrance. Take a look. The massive decorations will now be greeting you as you make your way into those gilded halls.